Hello party people. How we all doing this Saturday evening? Yay, hello. And thank you for sending in the reference of the badge and stuff. I was just looking at that and changing the middle thing to be a little more red, the top one to be red, the little gem in the middle. Hey, how's it going? How we all doing this fine evening? Did not stream yesterday because I put in my post. It was like 42 and sunny yesterday in Chicago, which is like a spring day when you're in the middle of a very, very cold winter. It's been brutal lately, so I took the day to go to the zoo, walk around, all that fun stuff. Took advantage of the nice weather. And I was like, you know what, I'll stream tomorrow, forget it. And I'm glad I did because I ended up walking like 7 miles or something, so I was whooped. I didn't want to do anything, let alone pretend to have energy and draw for a few hours, so well met. And it's going to be sub-zero like Monday, Tuesday, and I think Wednesday it's going to be like 1 degree with the wind chill. So glad I got out. Anyways, yeah, you're welcome. Thank you so much. This is basically done. I'm really just going to do some little final little touches, some sparkles, maybe change the background to have a little more texture and color. Because I want to work on the coloring for the other stuff I started last week. I can get rid of these other layers. Sketch layers, I don't need no more. Adios. Oh, and that layer I just made I actually need. Oops. What is this layer? It's just white? I don't need that. Alright, I'm going to add some texture to the background, I think. Maybe just different shades of blue. Snow said to come tomorrow. We shall see. I was kind of bummed it didn't come yesterday because I like when it's like a warmer winter day and there's nice fluffy snow on the ground. I think that's kind of fun. I don't want the skirt getting lost is the thing, but I do like a bit of texture. We'll brighten up the skirt or something, play with it. But it's really just minor adjustments and adding some sparkles and stuff to finish this off at the top of the stream here. Something to get warmed up because it's basically done. Yeah, just adding a little something to the background. Some dimension. And I'll add some sparkles in the back too, because, you know, not digging Civ 7 info. Yeah, I've seen like, I think 3 different YouTube videos on it now of just like gameplay footage and talking about it. It doesn't look like my cup of tea personally, so I'll probably be skipping it until it's on like deep discount, so I can play it for like 50 hours and not win a single game and then rage quit. I did see the Animal Crossing OCs you sent. I was checking them out like a half hour before this stream because I was getting all the other stuff pulled up that you sent. The ref for Nelly, who I'll be working on today, and the Toy House designs. I like the bear with like the emo bang Tuomas. I think that's my favorite of the fan ones you sent. And the like yin yang bear. Very cute. Alright, let me put that over there so I can see the stream. Beautiful. You know what? I don't watch anime like at all, but somebody requested Sailor Moon. I can't remember who. And I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a shot. Why not? I never draw people. Well, I do for like clients, but I'm not a big fan of drawing people because it's just not my strength. I draw animals and cute food primarily. And I don't really draw anime. And I don't watch anime, but, you know, I think I said this last stream, Sailor Moon is as iconic as Mickey Mouse of a character in my mind. Like, she's like Hello Kitty. She's known and loved by all, even for just her design, you know, even if you don't watch the show. So I appreciate that. That one was based on your boyfriend, the bear with the emo bang. That's cute. I like that one. Domino used to be popular. Scoops and Nick, they're all really cute. Just if I had to pick faves, those would be my faves. I don't know, I'm adding sparkles now. I guess I just felt like it. Add a little dimension to the background, I guess. I'll do like 3 or 4 different sizes and shapes of sparkles and then just scatter them throughout so they're not all identical clones, you know? But just like a couple. I don't want to have a whole star field, just everybody likes sparkles. And it feels appropriate for Sailor Moon to have some sparkles. Yeah, I think I'll do 3 there. Then let me just mark where I want to put them. And then just drag and drop. I think maybe a teeny little one right here. One right here. I don't want a bajillion of them, but I want enough to add a little pizzazz. I think that's a good amount. Then I'll just copy and paste and drag them where they need to be. Keep merging down. I wish there was an option to duplicate onto the same layer as the one underneath, so I didn't have to keep doing this where I have to merge the layers down. Another little pet peeve. Ooh, I actually don't want to do that yet, because I'm going to erase those little marks underneath. So actually, it's a good thing I didn't do that. Save me from myself. Let's get a little tiny one on the outside there, right about here. And then we'll merge these two. And then another little teeny weeny one over yonder. There we go. Yeah, they're Scoops' baby. They're all very, very cute. Yeah, if Civ 7 is all about combat, I'm not about it, because I don't play Domination Victory ever, as I've said multiple times. Culture and science. If it ain't culture and science, I'm not interested. Or score if like it goes to the end of the game, but like, oh brother, what a lame way to win. Score. It's just like, well, I guess you did better than everybody else, but not clearly enough to actually win before the end of the game. Merge down. Okay. Get another. Oop, I keep pulling from the wrong layer. There we go. Get that one in there. It is Humankind. I've never played Humankind. I hear it's okay, but like, if that's combat based, it's also not. It's just not my cup of tea. You know what I need to get better at is I downloaded and I played for a little bit Endless Space 2, and I was digging it, but I don't know what a good strategy is yet. I was playing as the big lizard lady, where it's like you can buy the colonies or whatever. I like that. So I gotta watch some like YouTube tutorials or something. But it was on heavy discount, and I was like, you know what? Let me just give this a whirl. I was into that, so I'll have to learn more about her. Let's do that. The AI is so much better translation. AI is hyper aggressive all the time. No. Play Endless Legends about the same. Is it about the same as Endless Space or Humankind, or I don't know. You know what I was craving? I saw some like cool shirts account on Twitter that posted like this shirt that had Age of Empires like pixels all over it, like the houses and farms and stuff. I missed that, and they do not have it on Mac. And I know, like, make a partition and blah 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 blah. I'm too lazy for that, so unless there's a very easy way to just click and play it on Mac, I ain't doing all that. The last time I went through all that trouble was for Stardew Valley, because I really wanted to play Stardew Valley, so I like booted it up in an emulated Windows and the whole nine. And then it came out for Mac like 3 months later, so oops. Did I want a big star on the outside or a little one? I think it looks fine with a little. And then let me erase all these little random marks on this layer that are not stars. You can't really see any of these, but I would love to play Age of Mythology specifically. I would love to play on Mac, but alas. And I know there's like a mobile game, Age of Empires now or something, because I told my sister, I'm like, man, I miss Age of Empires. Remember when we used to play that game? She's like, it's on. I saw a commercial for it on iPhone. I'm like, I guarantee it's like not the same game, and I was right. So, oops. Yeah, I think that looks okay. I think that looks more or less balanced. All right. And then we're gonna add some highlights. We're gonna add a sparkle to the eye, and maybe a little one of these kind of shapes to make it look nice and shiny. Nice and shiny. I wasn't going to do just like a circle eye shine, but I think a sparkle is appropriate. And then we'll do a little sparkle on each of the gems, her little hair things. Do like a fat, chunky little sparkle like that. I think that looks cute. Maybe a little shiny something on her earrings. Just anything that is metallic and would have a little something. I think this looks shiny enough, but I do want to define this moon a little bit. So I'm just gonna put a little something on the edge of it. Maybe on like the full crescent shape to help define it a little bit, because it's kind of hard to read against that orange. Yeah, I'll just... I think that looks alright without being too obnoxious. And then a little bit of shine on the little boot moons. I think that looks pretty good. Ever played Pikmin? I have played the first Pikmin a billion years ago and liked it, but I tried playing, I think, Pikmin 3, and I felt like it was like way too hard for me because I am not good at video games. I joke about it, but I'm like actually terrible at video games, so we're going to brighten up this skirt a little bit because it's getting lost in this background, I feel like. So maybe just lighten and brighten a little bit. That's a little bit better. Maybe even a little brighter on just the edges, and we're going to use that chalk brush. Maybe something like this, just to make her pop out a little bit against that similar blue. Just a little bit here. I don't want to get too crazy with the texture because I don't want too much detail. Because I like how simple everything is. I think it looks cute. I think this is coming to... I think this is basically done because I don't want to overdo anything. I tried adding a little bit of very subtle shading to the boots, so it's a little bit darker at the bottom than the middle and the top. I think it basically looks done. I already did the hair highlights, sparkles. Last thing I want to do is, of course, I do a layer of noise that I like to do. I think it just adds a little something something. Let me make sure my screen brightness is up all the way too before I make this mistake. Yep, it is. Cool. Okay. And then I want to try adding... Let's do a layer of like bright blue. I don't know. We can play with it. Just to add a nice like a moonlit glow type of wash to the whole thing. Maybe something really bright like that, and then it's like a more pale moonlight at the top. Even paler, like on her face. I don't know. Like the moon shining on her. Something like this. And then just mess around with the adjustment modes until we get something that looks kind of neat. I kind of like that, even though that's like obnoxious. The hard light is interesting with the bright blue. The light blue, it looks pretty bad, but with the bright blue, that actually looks kind of cool. Same with the vivid light. It's just that light blue that's messing with it. Maybe I just bring in more of that bright blue because I like that. I think that's really cool. So actually, let's go back to... It was vivid, right? Let's go back to normal. Put it at full opacity. I'm going to sample this blue. And I'm just going to do a wash of just that and set it to vivid. Because I really liked how glowy that looked. Looked vivid, but not like obnoxious. I liked it. Just do a nice wash of this chalk brush. And it's okay if it's not even, because I kind of like it better if it's not totally even, like the noise layer. Let's do that and then set that to... vivid light, but not full. It's like, I like the pink that it adds too to the face when it's that vivid, but something like here I think is cute. Let me put it, let me see OBS. Let me put it full screen for y'all to let me know the feedback. What do you think? Pikmin 3 is the easiest game. Did you know how bad I am at games? Like I play games I can't lose, like Sims and Animal Crossing. I am the stereotypical like girl gamer. I'm bad at games. I play stuff like Age of Empires and Age of Mythology, or I did back in the day, but that's like the most hard game I play. Goku as a request. I'll add it to the request list. Tonight I'm just working on stuff I already started last week. But I will add Goku to the list. Alright. Close that window. I don't need that. Sailor Moon, super cute. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really like this. I think it came out really cute. Again, I don't typically draw people or anime characters, so it's nice to take a challenge, take a risk on something, and it comes out pretty cute. Winning Love by Daylight, never running from a real fight. She is the one named Sailor Moon. Alright. Now I'm going to work on, let's see. Sally's basically done, right? Like, this is, whatever. I could finish this one up for Valentine's Day, but we have a couple weeks till Valentine's Day, so maybe save it as a warm-up for the next stream or the stream after. Should I do the coloring of Lowly Worm in the lineless style next? Or Nelly? This one will take longer, so maybe I do Lowly first, or maybe save Lowly for a warm-up for next stream. What do you think? Can I do a poll? I'll do an informal poll. Nelly or Lowly for the next one I do for coloring. I'm going to do the lineless style, same as Sailor Moon on either one of these. Lowly will be pretty fast. The worm. Okay, 1 vote for the worm. I kind of want to do some interesting texture on the apple too. Nelly, 1 vote for Nelly. All right, we need a tiebreaker. Is anybody else even in chat? Yeah, we got 1 or 2 other people in chat. We need a tiebreaker vote. Yeah, if you send me a request for a group of characters, I'll just add it to the list, and it'll just take me longer to do. But sure, I don't see why not. All right, we need a tiebreaker vote. Sean, you got to vote. The worm in the car or the dinosaur? What do you think? If you have no opinion, I'll literally just do eeny, meeny, miny, mo in my head. Do coin toss. Or I'll do a Google coin toss or something. Here, I'll pull up Google coin toss. Tails for Nelly. Right? Does Google have a built-in coin toss? Whatever. Flip a coin. Okay. I'm going to justflipacoin.com. Heads, Lowly. Tails, Nelly. Here we go. Dramatic. Tails, we're doing Nelly. Alright. Alright, let's do this dinosaur. I have the ref sheet open right here anyways. I wanted to fix the spikes on her tail. Are a little bit different than the way I drew it last time. It's like there's 2. Oops. Yeah, I know. I was waiting for the tiebreaker vote, but it's fine. Beautiful art. I don't even know what the show is about. Thank you. I appreciate that. Why? Oh, it's the chalk brush. I'm like, why is this brush so bad? Okay. It wasn't the brush. It was me. Very round, yeah. She is very round. It's 2 like this that are like visible on this side, and then it's 5. It's like more on top. I don't mind not doing all the spikes, but let's get 3 in. Nice even. Well, not a nice round number, I suppose. It's not even. It's odd. It's literally odd. Okay. And I kind of wanted to see if I could warp this foot a little bit. Have it look a little bit, I don't know, more stompy. Move it up or something. Move it up a little bit. Just a little more, I don't know, something. Stompy. Stumpy, chubby, and round are what we're going for here. And then let me check her horn things. I wanted to make this shape inside thicker and rounder. I think that works. That's like the official reference. Very round, yeah. Sally Brown, that was mine. You did really good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll probably finish her up. I'll do like a lineless or more polished version of her for Valentine's Day or something. Because I think that's fitting. Open image in new tab. You zoom in. I want to see the wood grain detail. There we go. Now it's letting me zoom in. Okay. Well, it's kind of just do whatever you want for the wood lines, so I'm just going to follow what I originally did. And then do like 2 of these. And a line like that. That reads as wooden. And I'm going to put just behind it the other one. Even if it's a perfect side view and you wouldn't be able to, whatever, you know. It'll just be like a shade darker when I do the lineless color. I think that works. And also the number of buttons is a little bit different on the alignment. It's like it goes down a little bit further. And it's not a closed shape like this. It's just like 1, 2, 3 buttons like that. Excuse me. It's because I keep drinking carbonated drinks. Why am I doing that? Are you allowed to vote for that? Yeah, sure. Samus Aran. I'll do a cute version, though. Do a cutified version. Comical ref explanations. Yeah, the ref is really, really good. Okay. I think that's good. Let me start laying down some flat colors here. We're going to add I don't know, it's like this. Lower the opacity, make sure you guys can still see it. Good. All right. And then start laying down some colors. And because we're doing everything round and squishy, I might not do dry ink because it's a little rough around the edges. I might actually do the sketch render brush, which has a very soft, fluffy edge. We're going to try that out and see how I like it. Let's try this. Because they taste good? Well, oh, what tastes good? I forgot what I said 2 seconds ago. I already forgot. Brain is not here tonight. But I am very glad I got lots of walking in yesterday and a little bit of walking today. Went to the store to go get some food so I didn't have to leave my house for the next couple days. Because it's going to be brutal. I went outside the other day when it was like, 12 out, but the real field temp was like 6 degrees. I thought my eyebrows were going to freeze off my head and fall off. Like, nobody should be outside in that under any circumstances. I don't know how I feel about the texture of that. We're going to try this shape real quick and see how I feel about it. No, I don't like how it looks like low-res JPEG. I'm not really into it. We're going to stick with my good old dry ink brush, but we're going to keep the shapes round. Yeah. All right. I tried it, didn't like it. Back to the original plan. It's the shape language that's going to be round, not so much the softness of the brush. Yeah, I like this better. Good old reliable dry ink. I love it. Yeah, it looked like a crunchy JPEG with artifacting more than like an intentionally crunchy or messed up brush, you know? Fan art of Pinocchio. Ooh. Yeah, I used to love Pinocchio as a kid. I did, where is it? I did this one. I did this Pinocchio. I don't remember if it was you that requested Pinocchio or not. I could do another Pinocchio in like the lineless style. I think it would be cute to do him as like the little golden boy when he still has string, or little wooden boy when he still has strings. And like do little rosy cheeks on him. Like, I don't know, he's figuring out he doesn't need his strings or something. I got no strings on me. Or do him interacting with Figaro or something cute. I don't know. I had to think of something. I did not request it. Well, somebody did at some point because it was on my list, but that was the one Pinocchio I did do. Because that donkey scene used to scare me as a kid. And it scared me out of smoking, too. Like, I thought it looked so gross when he, like, turns green and looks sick from smoking. That's a great anti-smoking message for kids. I think I'm still the only person in my family that has never been a smoker. On either side of the family, to be honest. Not for me. Alright. Ultron and Pinocchio, there's no strings on them. Let me add Ultron and Pinocchio to the list. Ultron, Pinocchio. Sure. I did really love as a kid also the scene, like the little wooden boy scene at the beginning where it's all the clocks and music boxes and stuff. That was one of those scenes that like you could rewatch a lot as a kid. Like the scene in Toy Story 2 where the old man's fixing up Woody. That was always fascinating. When they'd bring that in to school, like roll out the TV cart when the teacher didn't feel like teaching, and they'd have movie day. I think it was like 3 different times I was in a classroom that played Toy Story 2, and all 3 times every kid was silent and attentive during the old man fixing up Woody scene. It's just like it was ASMR before ASMR, you know? Just so satisfying to watch. And it feels like in my memory, like when you're a kid, these scenes feel like they go on for like 5-10 minutes, and it's like a 30-second scene. It's like a minute long scene, you know? It's like nothing, but so memorable. They hung a puppet. How does that work? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not responsible for the creative decisions in that. Okay. I should probably make these different colors. We're just picking random colors. It doesn't really matter right now because they're all going to get swapped out. There, just to make them distinct. The layers. Hide these. And we'll do a 3rd color for this arm right here. This is a nice chill stream too, because I feel like coloring is very like brain off. Sketching, you have to think about things. And I like having a stream where I don't have to think so much. So this is good. So I really appreciate it. And let me think. Yeah, this involves some thinking of the layers. Let me think here. I guess I could do the head on this same layer as well, because the basket needs to be over the top. So I guess this could be the head layer as well. This is the maximum amount of thinking required for coloring, is the way I'm doing it, figuring out what's layered on top of what. There we go. We'll do the basket on top, and the horns on top of that. That should work. Do a nice clipping mask for those spots. Anybody up to anything exciting this weekend, or staying warm in your house like me? Because I am staying snug as a bug. I got a little desk-sized space heater. It's just off camera. It's not on right now because it's actually fine in here right now. It's just the Amazon Basics one. It's just a little cube. It works like a charm, so I'm gonna have to bust that out when it gets sub-zero on Monday. So I'm glad it arrived before the Arctic freeze. You have no clue. Oh no, you spent like 5 hours in the ER yesterday, so ooh, well I hope you're chilling. That's no fun. I hope you're okay. I mean, you're in one piece enough to come sit and hang on a stream, so that's good, but I hope you are all good. That's no fun. It's never fun to be in the hospital for any reason. orange, and then we can do a clipping mask for that wood part. I feel like my mouth is just like hanging open the whole time, but the mic blocks it, so that's good. My focused face. There we go. You have no clue what you're doing this weekend? That's me most weekends. Next weekend, going to see my buddy perform at a burlesque show, so that should be fun. And that's like my only thing I had scheduled for January too. But you know what's fun? I went to go see Better Man, the Robbie Williams monkey movie, or ape movie. Fully going in intending to have something to make fun of and just like do something for myself, like take myself out to do something. Fully expecting it was going to be stupid because it's a movie about a pop star that nobody knows outside of the UK, and I don't like his music. Well, I like some of his music. I like rock DJ. I think that's fine. I expected to not like it, is the point. And I actually really enjoyed it. I like cried at parts. Like, it was good. I recommend it. Better Man, the CGI ape man movie. I recommend it. I was like touched by it. Yeah, I like Rock DJ. I can't remember. There's like one or two other songs of his that I think are alright, but I don't like Candy. And Angels is, you know, a song that you sing in a pub or something with a bunch of people drunk or something. Like, but yeah, I actually really liked it. I have a lot of respect for him now, knowing that like he thought it was totally chill to portray himself as kind of like a bad guy in his own biopic. Like, he kind of sucks for most of the story, and then he like turns his life around, kind of thing. I respect that. I respect that it wasn't a biopic that was trying to like portray him as some kind of like mastermind genius musician or anything like that. It was just about like how it felt to get famous when that's all you ever wanted, and what it feels like when that's not enough to fill the void, kind of thing. Like, it was great. I really liked it. And they should have just called it Monkey Doing Drugs. I think people might have seen it. But yeah, that is frustrating. When like you go in looking for answers and you don't get any answers, but at least you're told that like it's nothing serious. It's like, well, great, but can you help me? You know? That's frustrating. So I hope you get some answers soon to whatever's going on with you, and I hope you're all good. So like I haven't seen the Room biopic. I heard it was pretty decent though. I have not checked it out though. Master of something, or I can't remember what it was called, but but yeah, I recommend Better Man. Like, if you have an inkling to go to the theater for some reason, or want to check out a movie where the protagonist is portrayed as a CG ape, thought it was good. And I think it's very funny that he's tried to become popular in America multiple times, and just we don't want him. It's like, of course the movie flopped here, but like, what did he expect? He did a little red carpet bit where somebody asked him like about his American fans, and he jokingly was like, yeah, I'm gonna say hello to her right now. Hi, Linda, how are the kids? Like, meaning he only has like one American fan. I thought that was funny. I thought that was the best way to handle that query. Well, I'm a fan now. I'm a convert after the monkey movie, the ape movie. Chimps or apes, not monkeys. I do love though that, like, I guess the director of the movie asked him like, well, what's your spirit animal? Because he had the idea of like doing him as an animal, and Robbie's like, a lion. And he's like, no, we're gonna make you a monkey. Like, okay. No, we're just doing you as a chimp. It's fine. Okay. I don't think it would have worked with any other animal, to be honest. And you honestly forget that you're looking at a CG chimp after the first like 15 minutes. You just like you lose yourself in the character of Robbie Williams. You know, you forget you're looking at a chimp legitimately. You got famous gorillas. They got a guy called Tootie. Yeah, you know, why have they never made like a full-length gorillas movie, or have they and I've never heard of it? I'm shocked that hasn't happened yet. They need to do like an Interstellar 555 or whatever the Daft Punk movie was, where it's just like all music and vibes. They need to do that with gorillas. I would watch that in a heartbeat. All right. I'm just doing the most random colors, but again, this is a very brain off process, so don't mind the color clashing going on here. It'll all be fixed in time. They tried on Netflix and something happened? That's a shame. Oh, forgot to mention R.I.P. to David Lynch, by the way. And shame on the Netflix CEO or whoever from Netflix that was talking about, like, oh yeah, we were supposed to work on a project with him, but it kept getting delayed. Like, why are you even mentioning him then? Like, you screwed up his, what could have been his final project. You should be ashamed. Like, ugh, awful. What a legend. R.I.P. But they gotta do Big Mouth season 20 or whatever, you know. They'll greenlight that, but not a David Lynch project. Oh, Netflix. I love that their thing now is they admitted that they're only greenlighting shows that like you could get away with watching without even watching what's happening on the screen. You can just listen to it because people are treating Netflix like their background noise the way that most people treat YouTube or podcasts. It's like, then just make a podcast network then. Like, I don't know. Seems a little silly to me. And I guess that's what people are using Netflix for. I was browsing Netflix the other day just to see what was on there, and it was like just a sea of nothing. It's like, guess I'm watching the new Wallace and Gromit thing because there ain't nothing on here. And you're borrowing somebody else's Netflix just to see what's new. The answer is a whole lot of nothing. I watched a pretty good documentary about Wham on there though, so that was good. But anybody watch anything good recently? Movies, TV, etc. I'm working my way through The Sopranos for the first time. Late to the game, but it's of course excellent. I'm on season 3 now. And I would say no spoilers, but I know a lot of like the big, like I know how the show ends. Whatever. But I'm glad I'm watching it now because I don't think I would have appreciated it when it came out when I was like 10, 11 years old. I don't think I would have had the brain for it, you know? I wouldn't have appreciated it. I guess it would go right here in the basket. And then the logs would go on a layer on top. Right? Yeah. I'll just use the eraser. I'll be very, very careful with the eraser. Let's try this. And then on top of the head, we'll have to do another layer. Or I'll just paint it very close. Like this. I'll do one more layer underneath that. Do the same thing where I just paint very close to or just on top of the basket. Bring this little nub out. And I need to post the finished art I did the other day. Like, I haven't posted Puck, or I can't remember. I think there was like one or two other things I finished. That elephant whose name always eludes me. I want to say Frankie. And something else I didn't post on Instagram or Twitter or anything, so I'll get on that. I am so bad at social media. The only silver lining, too, if TikTok does get banned and there isn't like a miracle that comes and saves it, the only golden or silver lining is that I never bothered to grow on TikTok past like the first like 30 videos I posted. So it won't feel like a waste if it's like, well, there's no way to get big on it now because it's banned, so. That's how I'm coping, because I love to browse TikTok. That's my, I don't know what else to do on my phone app, so I really won't know what else to do. I might actually, like, read books or something, you know? But we'll see. We'll see if it even gets banned or not. It's like the story changes every day, whether it's going to get banned or not. It's like, all right. We shall see. And I'll do a clipping mask for the eyeball to get that pupil in. All right. Sorry, I was just checking to see if my chat froze. Okay. We good? What was I going to do next? Oh yeah, the little claws on the hands and the feet. So let's go to this layer. Guess we can do it on the same clipping mask as this layer. Whoop. Okay, I just selected the stream in OBS to see if my stuff was all good. Open Studio? I don't know what that is. I don't want to mess with... I'm not trying something new on OBS in the middle of a stream. Lord knows it's not going to end well. Because I keep trying to figure out why I can't see my chat in OBS. I should be able to. But I always have to open my stream on a new window and then minimize it. And that's how I do it. This clipping mask, we'll do the little different color of the nose here. Oh, is this all? Oh, the tongue is on that layer, so we're gonna have to do it on a different clipping mask. Oopsie daisy. Easy fix. Do a second clipping mask. Maybe put it underneath this one. Yeah, so that the tongue will be on top. There we go. Hold on, I'm gonna refresh my stream here. Then remember to mute it so I don't get double audio. 1 second. I think something's up with it. Okay, it's still muted. Good, good, good. Okay. Alright, peachy. I'll get myself situated. Little claws, and then also the head layer needs another clipping mask underneath. 3 clipping masks, and we'll do that color that's different underneath the eye, like the eye mask kind of color. And then that'll nicely frame the little spike coming out at the bottom there. I can just do that on the same layer as the head color. Beautiful. Is this underneath the eye? Okay, it is. So I can just connect it like this, and then fill it like this. And that should do the trick. And then I just need a little bit of, oh no, I don't even need a different color under the shirt because that's all on that layer. The underside of the tail needs a different color, and the belly. So we'll do one more clipping mask here. So the tummy can be a different color. I guess it would, yeah, that would extend to, excuse me, the neck as well. And just a bit of the underside of the tail I think would be cute. Just a little peek of it. Let's try that. And then I want to do, I'm going to duplicate, ooh, didn't mean to do whatever I just did there. I want to duplicate the line layer and bring it up, and then just erase the lines that I don't need instead of redrawing all the lines, because that seems easier to me. So we're gonna mask it so that it's non-destructive, so I can go in and paint over the lines if I need them back. But if you paint with black, it erases stuff. So I'm gonna erase all the lines I don't need. This is the advantage to doing a nice sketch with good lines ahead of time. Saves a little bit of work at this stage. And I'll have to extend these to the end and fix them, but if I keep them mostly in place, that's good. It's not too many other lines I really need to keep. Just like these lines that define the claws, but I can really bring them in and minimize them. And where stuff overlaps like that, I think that'll work. Actually, I don't even need one right there because that claw's its own color. I don't need any of this. I need just the line and the buttons, I think. But I don't need any of this stuff. That line I'll actually just redo at some point. I don't need this. I need this mouth line we're going to keep, but I'm going to shape it up a little bit with the eraser. I'm going to erase all this stuff. I don't really want, maybe I'll just keep this cheek line here, because I don't want to line all the way around the eye, but I think maybe keeping this is cute, but I don't know if this lines up with the new eye shape we made, so I'm gonna quickly find it. Yeah, see, this needs to be a little bit higher up. Oh, it won't let me select the whole thing. Select. There we go. Just move up a little bit and clean it up a smidge. You know what? I'll just have to redo that because it's not working. So bad idea for the eye. I'll do that one quick on a new layer. I like the pupil I did before on the shape layer, so we're gonna keep that. Get rid of all this. We don't need any of this. What do we need? The lines on the logs, the lines on the basket, the lines on the spikes here, lines on the feet. I don't need any of this stuff because this I already did with shapes, so I don't need any of this. You know what? Might even be faster to just redo these. See, I thought I was saving time, but I feel like it's going slower doing it this way. I thought it would be so clever to do that. Well, you try stuff out, you know? And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's do new lines. I feel like it's faster. And then just erase and clean up those edges. I'm not going to do wood lines on the one behind it because that's just going to be kind of in shadow, if that makes any sense. I don't want to draw a lot of attention to that. Okay, we're going to do that cheek line as discussed, like that. Do the mouth line like so. That color is going to not be in the right spot, is it? We're going to fix that. Yeah, just erase that a little bit. I don't know what brush I just selected, but that was random. Okay. Yeah, just pull that back. That looks good. Okay. We can get rid of this. We tried. We tried with that erase thing. It was faster to just do new ones. Sometimes you take a small L. Just a lowercase one though, not uppercase. Easy fix. There we go. Do a line like this. Get rid of it just where the end of that shirt is. Get rid of it where this little tie is. Button. Button. I guess there would be another button up here. There we go. Tail, tail. I'll put some scalloping. I guess it would be a woven basket. Let's see, does the ref show the basket in detail? Perhaps not. Oop. No, it doesn't even have any weaving or anything on it. So I'm just going to leave it plain, or at least in the ref. I want to add these basket lines though, because I think they add a little something. Maybe just like one across, you know? I think that looks cute. I don't think it needs to be detailed anyway. Keep it simple. And we'll do a couple lines on the wood to show that it's wood. This wood color is very dark. I'm going to lower it just for this. Do some swirls for rings. Or I guess they'd be rings, not swirls. Ring, ring, ring. Ooh. Like so. Ring. Ooh. Why am I drawing on that layer? That doesn't make any sense. I was like, wait, why can I not see it? There we go. That's the right layer. Ring. Ring. Banana phone. Okay. There we go. Some rings. We'll do just where the leg is over the other leg. If you guys have been chatting, by the way, I haven't seen anything, so because I refreshed the stream and everything. If you're quiet and lurking, that's chill too. I'm just putting it out there. I have not been able to see any new messages in a minute, so. We are here to color and chill, so if you're chillin', that's cool too. I just don't want anybody to think I'm ignoring them. I just haven't seen any new messages in a minute. Alright, I think that's all the areas that need lines. So I can delete this now. And now for the fun part, where we go in and bring up all the opacity of everything. And then we're going to change the colors to be the right colors and make it look good. Okay, that's already full opacity. Okay. I think everything else is maxed out. Okay. Then we'll work our way from the bottom to the top. We can get rid of that layer. Make sure everything's alpha locked. And let me do a little palette on the side here real quick just to guide me. So let me look at the ref real quick here. I'm just going to eyeball. I'm not going to do anything real exact. But grayish, greenish blue. A lightish shade, like so, is the base. And then the lighter version for the face mask is like not that bright, a little less saturated, something like this. Nice bone color. Ooh, a little darker than that. More like... Okay, I'm just... it's fine if you guys are lurking, that's chill. I just didn't want anybody to think I was ignoring you. Because I have no problem talking to myself. I did that a couple streams ago for like 2 hours, so it's all good. We need a brown for the... I'm just doing a little mini painting over here on the side just to figure out colors. Actually, this should be a little darker. Maybe a little more red. Yeah, like that. And the darker blue. Something like this. We're just being quiet today. That's cool. Y'all can be quiet. Don't let me peer pressure you into talking. I just made sure my stream was working, you know? Alright. Shirt is like that. Cape is basically the same color as the wood thing. So this. The basket is like a little more yellowy brown, like that. The wood is like a warmer brown. Like that. And then I need like a burnt orange color for the accent on the tail and stuff. You know what? I might use the same. It'll be a limited color palette, so it's just like, yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe I make the bone the same color as the shirt to make it a really like limited color palette thing. I think that's kind of interesting. So it's just this bone color, and then these two these two tones are the same. The basket is the only standout thing. Maybe I make the basket just a darker version of the bone color. So it's very limited palette. I like that. We're gonna rock with that. And then we'll add dimension with maybe the stickman brush or something. We'll play with stuff. But for now, let's get these filled in as the colors they're supposed to be. And fix stuff as we go. Like this should be a little more like that. We're going to do one more clipping mask and do the sole of the foot darker. Oops. I said the sole of the foot. Not that. Not the whole foot. A shade darker like that. And then reshape this to be a little more round and squishy at the bottom here. Beautiful. Okay. Alpha lock, we're going to make that the same shadow color because we're doing a limited palette to start, but it's going to need some highlights and stuff to separate these legs from the body and whatnot. Alpha lock, take that light color for the toesies and claws. What is this? This is the basket. Basket's going to be that dark bone color. The little toggle thing, what color is that? I'm going to zoom in on the rough now. I guess I could make that the dark bone color of the basket to bring that in. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, this is Nelly from Amber Isles. Amber Isle. Whatever. Either Isle or Isles. I haven't played the game. I should, because it looks cute, but... which was a request. I should use the Nico roll brush that's faster to add in color. Do that. I'm going to change the background color because this background color is not vibing with what's going on here. It's like hard to read that. Maybe a darker gray color, kind of like the ref is like a gray blue. Do the shirt color. And then what was this? Oh, this was the other foot. Do these toesies down here. This, and maybe, yeah, we're gonna do that darker color for the shadow horn there. I think that kind of works. And then this for the cape is dark brown. Ooh, yeah, there's another color I need. Just do a deeper shade of the same brown. Ooh, unhide. There we go. Do this color for this thing. This head needs to be this teal. Oh, I need to do another clipping mask for the end of the head. I'll do that in a minute. I forgot that until I just thought about it just now. That. Do that darker shade for this. Darker shade for this, and then that burnt orange we'll bring in the middle here. And the middle part here. We're going to do bright white for the eyeball. And then we're going to change the pupil color to be like a dark teal, I think. This is not bright white. There we go. We're going to make this pupil Slightly darker teal, just so it stands out. We want it to contrast with everything. And I do want to, real quick while I'm thinking about it, do an outline on the eye. Not around the whole eye, but like most of it. Because I want that contrast. I want your eye to go right to the eye, you know? I like that look. I don't think I'll keep it solid black. I think I'll make it just a really dark teal or something, but I like the way that looks, and I kind of want to thicken up this cheek line just a smidge. I want that line weight to look similar to the other outlines. Yeah, I think that works. Back to, where were we? Right here. What is this? Oh, this is the log. This is the other log. We're going to do the same brown but darker. And we have to do a clipping mask for these logs too. Real quick. Clipping mask. Let's use this darker bone color for the top of this log. And the little nub at the end here. And then clipping mask here. We'll use the lighter bone color for the top of this log. Beautiful. This limited color palette's working out well. I mean, it seems like that was an intentional design choice as well. I'll do this bone color here. What was this? This is the wood. Alpha lock. There we go. And then where are the little... Oh, the horns right here. Right here. And now we're going to change this background color so we can actually see what we're doing here. Oh, I see the issue. It's got like a white layer at some point. Yeah, there we go. Let's make this... Yeah. I like that. It's kind of like prehistoric looking. Maybe even deeper. Ooh, I like the dark tone. We're going to change the arm as well. Hold on. Hold on. We're going to do the darker color, but we're going to fade it to the lighter color at the top with the chalk brush so it doesn't get lost, you know? We're going to leave it like that right now. I wanted to do a clipping mask on the head. One more clipping mask on the head because I need to do these spikes a different color. Just the ends of them, rather. Like so. Though it just is the very end, so I might have to like erase some of this as well, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Fill that in. She's so round, her little color palette blob version, yeah. Yeah, she is, just blob. I do a whole mini painting on the side of her just as a little blob. Little round blob dinosaur. Let's bring this in a smidge. It doesn't need to be perfect, I guess. So that gets the idea across, I think. Okay, and then the inside. Should there be one more? No, this can all be on the same layer. This should be white on the inside of this. Or not white, the light blue. And and on the inside of this shape. Had to check the ref. Okay. Now that's looking like something. Now we're gonna go and fix stuff with shading and highlights. We can get rid of the little color palette blob. Bye bye Blob Nelly. And fix little teeny stuff as we go. Like that. That looks okay. This line is not right on the edge of the thing, and that's going to upset me, so we're going to fix that. That looks good. looks good. Alright, one other little thing we're going to do is change the outline colors of stuff. I don't think I want anything to be pure black. We're going to do dark, 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 dark teal. That's almost black. It'll read as black. Maybe even a shade lighter than that. Just a little bit lighter and brighter than that. I don't want anything pure black because, again, that's too harsh. We want a nice, soft character. But I will make the teal lighter on stuff that's not the face because we want that. We want your eye to go to the face first. And I think I need to add. Oop! Don't do that. Don't clear. I need to add one more line down here on this foot where it overlaps here, because that's not very visible. It's not clear. How about that? That's better. Maybe take it in a little bit. Short and stubby and chubby. Looks like a golden book dino. It should. Lines in the little face on the blobs. I wish it wasn't so many undos ago, or I'd bring it back just to put some little quick lines on it, but if you want to screenshot it from the video later, the VOD, and add little happy lines to it, feel free. To Blob Nelly. We're working on slightly less blobby, but still pretty blobby Nelly now. Okay. Now we're going to add... Maybe I'll use the other colors from the color palette as shading and highlights. Let me think. Where's the light coming from? I think the top. Yeah, we're going to do that. Do that for the highlight. Whoops. Do white on the top of the horn. But real soft. I don't want a lot of like pure white, just the eye. Then maybe bring in some of that deeper bone color at just the bottom. It's a little muddy looking, so we'll clean it up. There we go. I think that works. What was this? This was the top of the log. I don't think this needs that much highlights. I'm just going to add a little texture to it. We're going to use that burnt orange as a highlight color. This limited palette actually works out pretty well. Ooh, I want to change the line color on these. I don't want that to be pure black. I forgot about these lines. Erase that. Let's do burnt orange for the lines on the top of the log. And maybe this color for the darker log. And then use burnt orange for the lines on the side of the log here. And maybe that light bone color like that. I think that works. And then bring that orange brown down into here and fix this so it's not wrong. Bring that in right here. Okay, that looks a lot better. I'm going to change the shape of this real quick. Something a little more pleasing. Like that. Okay. I think that's good. I think that's good. She's going to go collect wood. She's stomping around looking for those good branches. Ooh, I don't like the color I just did here. I'm going to change that real quick. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, I'm going to leave that and work my way down. Let's do that same highlight color. Not with the round brush, but with the chalk brush. Just on the edge of the wood, like so. I think that's probably fine. I'm going to do a nice gradient from light to dark teal in the eye. Kind of like I did with Sailor Moon, but using the chalk brush instead of the round soft brush. Maybe even a darker shade at the very top just to... Ooh, I'll use the same color as the outlines. There we go. Just to add a little depth. I think that looks cute. Even though her eye is green, but again, limited color palette. So we're going to leave it. In the rough, her eye is green. That's okay. Alright. Add a little bit of this darker color to the bottom of the horn here. And this should actually sit on top of the nose, but I kind of like the way it like matches the curve of the nose, so we're just going to call it a stylistic choice and leave it. Even though really it should round on top of the nose, but I kind of like it the way it is, design-wise. Alpha lock. Maybe like... I might even just leave this the color it is, solid. And just add maybe just a little bit of shading at the bottom. Maybe that's the move. Yeah. And then really blend that out. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of shading on the bottom of the head as well, so you can, so it doesn't blend in to the head, if that makes sense. I forgot to add shading to this part. Let's do a little highlight on the end of the nose here. I don't want it to blend into the head though, so we're gonna pull it back a bit, like so. And I could do a really cool gritty, grungy texture for the background because it'll make it look kind of Jurassic Park-y, kind of. Bring in some of that dark teal at the bottom of the spikes here, like so. Ooh, that kind of makes it blend into the gray a little bit, maybe just a touch, just a little bit of texture. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that too much. And then the head needs a bit of that dark teal right here. Oh, this is a spike too. That'll actually make things easier. I don't need to add that shading. I just need to add this dark color. This comes into the head like that. There. That'll be good though, because then I don't need to worry about adding that soft shading on the bottom of the head. That actually worked out well. Now, onto this little thing. Just gonna do a very quick highlight on the top with this color. Just a little bit of that. Keeping it real simple. We don't need to add shading to those little holes where the thing goes in. Alpha black. We're gonna add a little bit of that burnt orange highlight. Should that come over top of the head? Probably, but we're just gonna leave it. I think it looks fine. I think it looks fine. And I might be able to get a little bit of Lily Worm started tonight. No, you know what? Maybe we'll just wrap it with Nelly. I don't know. It's getting... Oh, it's approaching the time where... I don't know. We're gonna see how much fiddling we do with the background and stuff. Maybe I'll just perfect Nelly and save Lily for next stream. He'd be a good warm-up anyway. So I can take my time with Nelly here. Make her nice and cute and squishy. Add a little bit of that. This is tough because if I add too much of that, it's going to blend right into that leg. So maybe I just do a little bit under the shirt to add a little shadow there. And then I just leave the rest because I don't want it to blend in with the leg and I don't want to introduce a new color necessarily. So I think that's fine. Add a little bit of shadow here. I'm going to carve that back out. I mean, I guess I could do the shadow all the way up to here. And then add a little bit of shadow on the tummy. I think that might work too. Let's try that actually. We got time to mess around with that. And then lighten it up on the foot part here. Bring the shadow right there. I think that works. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to the belly here and add a little bit of the shadow here. I think that stops it from blending in because we're going to add some of that shadow to the leg too. I think that works. And then I can get rid of it because I don't really need it under the shirt because the shirt's going to fade to a darker color at the bottom anyway. It doesn't need that faux 3D look. Yeah, I like this better. That's better. And rounder, which is what we're looking for. Round and squishy. And then this can fade into this darker color down here. Or maybe the burnt orange. Yeah, the burnt orange is better call. And just rough it up with some texture. I think that looks good. Yeah, zoom out. Yeah, beautiful. This is just the padding on the thing down here. We're gonna add a little bit of that darker teal to the bottom of the foot. This adds a little texture. And then add some of this texture, probably like this, so that I can have it not blend into where the belly is, and that helps a lot with that. I'll pull it back a bit on the foot. Yeah, that helps a lot. And then have the foot be in the light a little bit more like this. Maybe bring some of it back, like so. Okay. Just softening this up. Sorry, I went silent for a second. I was just processing. Like that. I think that's okay. I don't want to add too much like highlights to the tail and stuff. I think that's fine. The hand. Where's the hand? Where the heck is the hand layer? I'm losing it. There's the nails. It's right here. Okay. Maybe have all this be in shadow and then round it out like that. Okay, I think that works. And then where's this fist layer? The other arm. I actually do think I need a little line to define like the overlap here. Yeah, just, you know, subtle. Where is that layer? Is that here? Okay. I'm gonna put that all in a highlight and then fade it to shadow on the bottom and the sides so that it doesn't blend in with the rest of the stuff, you know, with that tail. Like that. That's so dark though. I'll pull it back. I'll pull it back. Nice round knuckles, fingers. And then maybe a highlight on the thumb just so it, or no, I'm gonna bring the shadow down the bottom of the thumb. Just we don't want it running into the same color as the body. I don't want too much definition and detail on just this one area too, because I don't want your eye to go anywhere but the face first. That's a good way to make something a focal point, is make it detailed. We don't want that. Like overworking it. Pull it back one more time. Okay, something like that. I think that's okay. I think I'm overthinking it at this point. I do want to add... Yeah, we'll do one more clipping mask. Why not? A layer of highlight to just the top of the head, because I think that looks cute. Just where the sunlight or whatever light would be hitting the top. And then I'll add that to the crest as well. There, just a bit of that. And then I have a few minutes here. I mean, I decide when the stream ends anyway, it's my stream. But while I'm here, let me add some texture to the old background. I want to try... Let's get something that looks kind of muddy or woody, or let's do charcoal maybe. Burnt tree, there we go, that's good. Let's do this color, but maybe a little darker. And just mess around with texture and see if we get something cool with it. I mean, just the generic burnt tree is already pretty cool. But just one layer is not enough, you know. You gotta do a couple. Maybe one more, and it's a little bit more gray-green. And let's try willow charcoal. That sounds tree-ish. Just add some variety to color and texture here. Spruce her up. Maybe try something a little lighter. I don't know, just zhuzhing it up a bit. Wood. Some wood. This looks very Jurassic Parky and muddy to me, which I think is good. I'm just going to play around on the same layer because we're living on the edge here, folks. Maybe a little bit more warmth. Ooh, I want something a little darker still on the edge. Yeah, ooh, I like that. That like chocolatey brown. I think that's good. It's not even, I'm going to crop in closer than that anyway, so I don't know what I'm oohing and ahhing for. I'm not going to post it all the way to the edge like that, but bring it in a smidge. I like that chocolatey brown a lot, that mud. I think that's cool. I think that's looking mighty fine, actually. Now, of course, we're going to do a layer of noise on top of everything, because it makes everything look better. Like that level of noise. And then we're going to do an adjustment layer, because of course we are. And let's try bringing in more of, excuse me, a warmth, an orange. Let's see what this does. I'm losing my voice anyway, so this is great timing. Let's do, not on full blast. Ooh, interesting. I like that soft light already. Look how much life that adds. Just, like, I like it, the cool blue. It looks pretty cool. But, come on. That's, like, fun. I like that. We're going to come back to soft light if I don't see anything else. No, I like that soft light. See, I love adjustment layers. Excuse me. I love that. I don't want to crank it up all the way because it's crazy, but like just a little something there. I think that's cool. And then maybe one more adjustment layer because I want to try something. I want to bump up the I don't know. What was it? There was something you could do with a black layer where it would just really bump up the saturation. Maybe I'm thinking red or something. I don't know. No, that's too much. What I will do, we're going to warm it up like that, and then I want to bring it into it. I want to duplicate it because I'm going to flatten it, and I'm going to screw around with the saturation of the whole image. Or of everything that's the art here. Here, let's flatten all these. Flatten all these. Whoops. Flatten. Get rid of all this junk. Flatten that. You know what, just flatten everything. That's not these adjustment layers. And then we're going to just toy around with saturation and levels and stuff. Okay, I like the wood tone not being super bright red, but like here I think is good. Maybe a little darker. Maybe let's do curves. Let's just mess around with curves. Nope, that's too purple. That's too green. Purple and green. Oh, I'm on the green channel, that's why. Let's mess with, what's gamma do? I don't know what gamma does. Blows it out. Overexposed. No, we're gonna undo all that. Let's do curves, but do red. Maybe this is overthinking it still. Yeah, I think it's overthinking it at this point. Let's see. Does that even look significantly different than the other one? No, we're going to get rid of the duplicate. I think it's good the way it is. It might just be good the way it is. What do we think? I think I want maybe the background to be a little bit darker is the thing. So maybe I don't need to do all that noise. I can just mess around with this. Just have it a pinch darker like that, muddier. All right. I like this. What do we all think? This might be a shorter stream because I'm losing my voice, and I think Lowly would be a really good warm-up for next stream. And I'm really pleased with this and with Sailor Moon. Let me put this on the full screen, like so. I'm quite pleased with how this little dino came out, and I'm happy. Ooh, here's one thing I messed up. The tail. Before I wrap up, oh my gosh. The tail, I messed up. We're gonna fix this real quick. Record speed, watch me. The tail needs to be dark on the top and then have an orange tip. So, let me fix this. We're gonna make it the same outline color as the eye. Almost completely messed that up. Wow. Has to come in like this. Oh, and that adds a nice bit of contrast to this tail too. And we're gonna chalk, highlight the edge here. Oh, that was a close one. I almost completely messed it up. It would have been nothing without this. And then we're gonna add that burnt orange color to the tip of the tail. It actually goes to the first spike of the tail in the ref, but we ain't doing all that. It actually covers the entire tip. So I have to bring this down. Oop, wrong color. Here's where I get into trouble with the adjustment layers and stuff. I'm going to sample that same color. There we go. That chalk. See, I'm glad I didn't sign off. I would have missed this. Okay, I think that works. And then the trick is this has to be at the whole end of the tail. So we're going to have to do one more adjustment layer on top of these two and just have the orange cut in like so. There we go. Now it's right. There we go. I should have background music playing. Is it not playing? That's upsetting. It should be. It's not. Oh my gosh. There should have been this whole time. This is just something with OBS. Oh, you know what it was? I didn't have it set to... Where did it go? Oh, I see what I did. So... I had it set to max screen capture, and I have music playing on Spotify, royalty-free Animal Crossing music. I don't know why it's not capturing. I thought it was because I had another tab open in the same window, but that's frustrating. Huh. Sorry about that, folks. But typically, I like 9 streams out of 10. I do have background music playing. It's like Animal Crossing lo-fi music that plays. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it wasn't going this stream. That's a bummer. I like having that too. I think it's nice when I watch the playbacks. I scrub through to make sure there's no technical difficulties or whatever. Yeah. Sorry that wasn't working. Jeez. Next time I'll ask at the top of the stream, like, can y'all hear music? That's annoying. Anyways, next stream I'll figure it out. I don't know what happened with that. The music's playing and everything. That's so weird. And it says it's whatever. I thought I had all the settings right. But anyway, I finished Miss Nelly here, and I finished up Sailor Moon here. I think this came out really good. I'm excited to post these and the other ones I finished recently on all my social media. I'll do that tomorrow or Monday morning, whenever I feel like doing that. But I'll post everything in batches because I'm really proud of some of the stuff I've done lately. Especially the Sailor Moon came out really cute. Nelly, super cute, round, squishy, stumpy, blobby. Love it. Ooh, one more thing I want to change. Oh my gosh. Swear this is the last thing. It's the lines here on the wood should not be black. They should be dark brown. Last thing, I swear. Oh, even darker brown than that so you can see it. I don't want pure black lines. Just noticed that. And then there we go. All right. Much better. Softens that up. You can dig it. Thank you. Eye highlights maybe. I'll try it. I was going for a more flat style. Let's just try it. Like, it's cute. You know, there's nothing wrong with an eye highlight. I'm partial to an eye highlight. Just lately I'm trying to do this, like, more flat contemporary kids style kind of vibe. So I'm going to leave it like that. But there's no harm in, you know, there's no harm in a eye highlight. But for the style I was going for, I'm going to leave it as is. Same with Sailor Moon. Her eye highlight is just like a little sparkle and a little something. But otherwise, pretty big flat people. Happy with this. Happy with Miss Sailor Moon. I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to finish the rest of my drink off stream and enjoy the rest of my evening. Shorter stream tonight. I'll do a longer one next week. I'll do a warm-up of Lowly Worm, and then I'll do a bunch of sketch requests, and maybe I'll go 3 hours or something. That's the plan anyway. So I'll get some like a warm tea or something to drink next week to keep my throat happy and not go hoarse an hour and a half in. I think that'll work. So I will see you all next week. What is next week? Is it close to Valentine's Day? Maybe it's 2 streams from now. I'll do that Sally art and maybe some other cute Valentine's stuff as well. So I will see you all in the next one for Lowly Worm and sketch requests next week. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace out.